What's up, guys? It's JTV Gaming here, and today we have the 17th episode of our Cambridge United Road to Glory. And to start things off, we're going to look at the team. We are still a 5-star team. We have a 90 rated offense, an 88 rated midfield, and an 83 rated defense. We will be lining up in that 4-3-3 holding. We'll have Diaz in goal, Hendricks at right back, De Ligt and Upamecano at center backs, Jansen at left back, De Jong at defensive mid, Lopez and Fabian at center mids, Havertz at left mid, Gordson at right mid, and Isak up top, with Abraham, Cucurella, and Saldi, Torreira, Dendoncker, Wog, and Gillespie on the bench. Looking at the players I've decided to transfer list, I've decided to get rid of Torreira, Abraham, and Wog, all because they no longer are first team players. I've decided to get rid of Rolls, Costa, Navas, and Paolo to make room for some high potential youth players on the bench. Gallardo, Gibbs, Ojimo, Jackson, Correga, Quafentes will also be sold because they do not have high enough potentials. I will be looking out to loan Eldasir, Nasir, Guzman, Vasquez, Avila, Durate, Sangre, and Mbappe just because they have very high potentials and they won't be playing that much as we will be playing the first team trying to win all competitions. So I want them to go out on loan to make sure their potentials don't decrease too much. We now start off the season by playing Manchester City in the Community Shield. We will be lining up in that 4-3-3 holding. Manchester City will be lining up in a 4-3-3 holding as well, as they have some very good players in Skriniar and Sane. In the 21st minute, Gordson is dribbling in the box before he finds Lopez as he takes a touch and then puts it past Ederson to put us up 1-0. In the 26th minute, Jansen is dribbling the ball out wide before he crosses it into Lopez, who volleys the ball into the back of the net to put us up now 2-0. In the 35th minute, Manchester City are working the ball in the box before it goes out wide to Sane, who crosses it into their striker, who puts the ball in the back of the net to make the score now 2-1. In the 54th minute, Gordson gets in behind the defense. He's then able to keep possession of the ball before he shoots and scores to put us up 3-1. At full time, we would go on to win 3-1. The players now line up to receive the trophy, as De Ligt, our captain, will be the one that lifts the trophy. De Ligt now grabs the trophy, and he lifts it as we get our first piece of silverware, and hopefully it is the first of many this season. There's the official team picture as Cambridge United are FA Community Shield champions. In the Champions League, we've been drawn in Group C, which is really the group of death, as we've been drawn against PSG, Juventus, and Fenerbahce. In the first game of the Champions League group stage, we host PSG. We will continue to line up in our 4-3-3 holding. The only change that has been made is Hendricks is out injured, so Cucurella is in for him. PSG are lining up in a 4-2-4. They have some very good attacking talent as they have Sterling and Mbappe playing right next to each other. So that will be a very tough task for our defense. In the 10th minute, Gordson is dribbling out wide before he plays it to Lopez. Lopez shoots, but the defender blocks it before it falls right to Isak, who puts the ball in the back of the net to put us up 1-0. In the 34th minute, PSG are working the ball on the top of our box before it is played into Mbappe, who curls it around Diaz to tie the game at 1-1. In the 38th minute, PSG are working the ball on the edge of our box before it is again played into Mbappe, who again puts it past Diaz to put PSG up 2-1. In stoppage time of the first half, the ball is played out wide to Kai Havertz. He skills his defender before he shoots the ball into the back of the net, tying the game at 2-2. In the 56th minute, Gordson has the ball out wide. He plays it back to Lopez. He shoots, the defender blocks it, and it falls right to Isak, who puts the ball in the back of the net to put us up now 3-2. In the 71st minute, PSG are working the ball on the top of our box before it's played in Mbappe, who curls it around Diaz to tie the game at 3-3. At full time, it would be a 3-3 draw as we start off the group stage on not a bad note, but also not a good note. We now travel to the Allianz Stadium to face Juventus in the next game of the Champions League group stage. They will be lining up in a 4-3-1-2. I do not recognize any of the players other than Nasir, who is our player who is out on loan. After that PSG game, I decided that we needed a little bit more defensive stability, so I changed this to a 4-2-3-1, as we will have Hendricks, Upamecano, De Ligt, Jansen in the back, De Jong and Fabian at defensive mids, Havertz, Lopez, and Gordson in the midfield with Isak up top. In the 5th minute, Gordson is in behind the defense. He cuts across the defender and then puts it side netting to put us up 1-0. In the 26th minute, the defensive player gets the ball, he shoots, goes off the post, and then he gets the rebound and puts it in the back of the net to tie the game at 1-1. In the 30th minute, we have the ball on the edge of their box before Fabian is then played in behind, and he puts the ball past their keeper to put us up 2-1. In stoppage time of the first half, Juventus are working the ball on the edge of our box before it's played into their player, who curls it around Diaz to tie the game at 2-2. In the 57th minute, Juventus have the ball gets bobbled around before their striker finds it in the box and puts it past Diaz, putting them up 3-2. In stoppage time of the second half, I made a change and somehow Diaz is not in goal, as is then played into their striker, who puts it past Cucurella as they win the game 4-2. This was definitely not the result that we were hoping for, however we do play them again, so we'll have a chance to get revenge. And speaking of that revenge, we now have a chance to get that as we host Juventus at the Abbey Stadium. I've decided to switch us to a 4-3-3 defend after we again did not have much defensive stability against Juventus. Juventus have made one change as Holland is in up top. In the 20th minute, Juventus have the ball, is then played into their attacking mid, who puts the ball past Diaz to make the score 1-0. In the 45th minute, De Jong has the ball before he plays Gordson. He turns his defender and smashes the ball into the back of the net to tie the game at 1-1. In the 59th minute, Gordson is dribbling with the ball. He then turns around and finds Isak, who then gets the ball and puts it in the back of the net to put us up 2-1. In the 68th minute, Isak plays Havertz in behind the defense. He collects himself and puts the ball in the back of the net to put us up 3-1. In the 84th minute, Havertz finds the ball in the box. He dribbles around a defender. He crosses it back post to Gordson, who puts the ball in the back of the net to put us up 4-1. At full time, we would want to win, as the goal by Oscar was no match for our goals by Gordson, Havertz, and Isak. We now head into the final game of the group stage, and we have our game against PSG, and if we were able to win, we could win the group. We now travel to the Parc des Princes to face PSG in the final game of the group stage. PSG continue to line up in that 4-2-4, as we will especially have to watch out for Mbappe. We will be lining up in our 4-3-3 defend. In the 23rd minute, PSG lose the ball. De Jong makes a bad pass before it's played into their center mid, who curls it around Diaz to make the score now 1-0 PSG. In the 36th minute, PSG have the ball on the edge of our box. They do some team play together before Diaz is beaten near post as they go up 2-0. In the 49th minute, Sterling has the ball on the edge of our box. He then plays his striker, who then puts the ball in the back of the net to put PSG up 3-0. In the 60th minute, Upamecano wins the ball before he loses it immediately afterwards, and their player is able to put it near post against Diaz to put PSG now up 4-0. At full time, we would lose to PSG 4-0 as Guri and Juventus both had 2 goals, as we do not win the group. Looking at how we are doing in all competitions in the Premier League, we are in first by 5 points. In the third round of the FA Cup, we have been drawn against Portsmouth. In the Carabao Cup, we have made it to the semi-finals as we have been drawn against Arsenal. In the Champions League, after finishing second in our group, we have been drawn against Italian side Napoli. Looking now at the players that we have sold Cifuentes, we have sold Wog to Liverpool, we sold Gibbs to a South American team, we sold Paolo to Chelsea, we sold Correga to Montreal Impact, we sold Ajoma to Orlando City, and we sold Rolls to Frankfurt. We sold Torreira back to Arsenal. Eldasir, Vasquez are going out on loan. Sinagre is going out on loan to Spal. Avila is going out on loan to Brighton. And Guzman is going out on loan to PSG. Since we have a lot of money, I'm looking at buying 2 players. I'm looking at buying Mbappe, as he is just an all-around striker, and that is something I feel like we're missing. I'm also considering signing Joao Felix. He is the cheaper option, so I might go ahead and buy him instead of Mbappe. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you want to see more content like this, check out some of the other videos on my channel. And it's JTB Gaming, signing off.